Hello everyone and welcome aboard the home of the Hype Train and its dedicated football team, Hype Train FC. Welcome back aboard for more grassroots coverage of the Reading Sunday Social League as we enter Matchday 3 against Rose Thistle FC at the Atrium Health Club in Reading on Sunday, April 25th, 2021, with the team taking on turncoat Hype Train player Chris Marshall, the club's utility man and number 13 who was the Rose goalkeeper last season. Heading into the encounter, this was second versus fourth in the league, with Rose having won their opening two matches, which meant that a potential spot in the grand final in June was on the line for the team as the league begins to take shape. Kitted out in our navy blue home strip, we lined up with Jake Holloway in goal with a back four consisting of Robert Austin, Vincent van Lemberg and Martin King and Rod Stevens. In midfield, Callum Fox-Spence, Jack Reddings and Sam Bolwell were in the heart of midfield, whilst John Watkins and Phil Newport were out wide in support of Graham High in a lone forward position, meaning that there were only two changes to the squad that previously beat Southbank 4-1 last Sunday. We only had two substitutes for the game against Rose, with Waleed Zaki and Tay Eom starting the game from the side. Ahead of kickoff, the RSSL is sponsored and backed by some great companies, personalities and people in grassroots football. You can find out more about the RSSL sponsors, web design agency Lens Digital, in the description below, alongside the team at Football in Berkshire, Awards FC and ourselves at the Hype Train. The first slice of action arrives with Rose in green going from left to right, and they're playing the ball out from the back. There's a couple of nice composed touches as they hit the ball down the line into a channel. Their forward runs into it and he's clattered into by Vince, with Rose winning a free kick. Standing over the set piece is Stuart Stannard, and the fullback's taking his time to look over his options. Swinging the ball into the box, it's into the middle of the goal. Saved well by Jakey in goal, but it's rebounded in to give Rose an early lead. Set pieces were the order for the day for the team in green, and this time from a set piece just outside the penalty area they flick it back, but the shots are completely wayward. Now Jake Holloway in goal has a chance to put some pressure on the Rose backline with a set piece, and as you can see here the ball's whipped in long and it's prodded back out towards our players. Phil Newport's on hand to chase and win, and as he done he's dragged down with a free kick 20 yards out from goal. Standing over the set piece is Jack Reddings, the number 15 in midfield, and we're taking our time here to assess our options. Chris Marshall, our player, stood in goal and he watches Jack's free kick slide in on the keeper's left, with the equalising goal arriving around 20 minutes in. Rose were back on the attack and it's gone down their left hand channel and slowly into the box. The ball's whipped in on the floor and it's gone out. We are able to clear our lines half-heartedly, and then the ball falls out but the shot's blocked. And again here, another set piece from another situation just outside the penalty area. This time the ball is whipped in and it's flicked on but wide of the mark. Under the cosh for most of the first half, chances for the team in blue were few and far between as we look to get in with Rose here. As you can see here, Phil does really well to win possession of the ball back and he's clattered into, causing a free kick for the team. From the set piece, little Sammy Bolwell standing over the ball and he whips in a good free kick into the penalty area. Vince screams loudest, wins the header, but it's just over the bar. We're now into the second half, going from left to right ourselves, and slowly into the game we're starting to get more possession as Rose start to tire. Rod Stevens whips in a ball, it's gone to the middle of the pitch. Sam Bolwell does well to pick it up and feed in John Watkins, but it's deflected. John then bounces the ball back to Graham, who takes a shot and he dinks it, but it doesn't beat Chris in goal.
That's the ball, lads!
Then this is the chance of the game that should have seen Rose go 2-1 ahead, and it all happens with a counter-attack. Rose is splitting off down the left-hand side, with the ball eventually going back into the middle. As they work the left-hand channel again, the ball goes out to their free man, and there's a cross that's whipped into the number 18, who's 3 yards out from goal, and he blazes over into the training yard behind the goal. Now we've got Rose from a set piece on the right hand side with a long throw going into the penalty area. There's a flick on and it's cleared away the second time of asking. The shot comes back in and Rod Stevens is there on hand to clear off the line. We're then able to counter-attack when we win possession after a loose pass with the ball going out to Phil Newport. He first times it into Callum Fox-Spence, who finds the space in behind their defence with Graham High chasing. Graham's got a chance to lob Chris, but the angle's too wide as Chris covers his angles well. We've then got a situation here that was our own doing as Martin King gives away the ball after a pass, which allows their attacking players to run at goal. As you can see here, the goal's gaping for their midfielder and he takes a shot, but he shanks it just right of Jake's goal. For the second clip in a row, we're unable to clear our lines here as Rod Stevens and Martin King are unable to get rid of the ball, with Rose capitalising on this opportunity. As you can see here, a ball's played in, but Rob Austin, myself at left back, does well to see off the attacker with Jake collecting the ball. The final 20 minutes of the game started to see our team open up with a few chances arising, and it falls to our South Korean Tae Eom here about 7 yards out, but the shot is just wide. Tae's out again, and we start from the right hand side here with Rod Stevens and John Watkins connecting well with a throw in. Rod's able to turn away from his man and cross the ball back in. Tae does well to beat his man and unleash a shot, and this one is so close to beating Cress. The team huffed and puffed and ultimately got across the line with a solid point against a strong Rose team that missed a few key chances, though the game was there for the taking in the final stages as we grew into the game. Elsewhere in the RSSL during Matchday 3, Caversham United scored big as they prevailed 7-2 against 7th place Thames Valley Railway, denied of a spot in 2nd place by Rose's 1-0 draw with the Train. Still at the top, Woodley kept their momentum up with the 2-1 victory against Tylehurst Titans, while Southbank dropped us down to 5th as they scored a 4-2 win against New England at Linear Park. Next up for the team, we take on our good friends over at New England on the 9th of May 2021, of which a few of our players used to play for our upcoming opposition. Until next time, believe the hype.